Merry Christmas, everyone. It's Boxing Day, and I think it's time for a little pillow talk. Christmas pillow talk, that is. Okay, well, on my island, we do Christmas. We might do Christmas a little differently from you guys. We have a long tradition of lots of shopping, lots of cleaning, lots of changing everything in the house, every single thing. It's a total makeover we do. But well, I used to be involved in it years ago. Yeah, I can remember years ago shopping almost every week. I'd buy my I used to bake like 6 fruit cake and 6 black cake, what they call Christmas cake, black Christmas cake or rum cake. I would bake 6 of that, 6 fruit cake and 6 plain cakes. I would do all of them on, well, I would do the fruit cake and the plain cake on Christmas Eve. But the black cake I would do like a week before, so that it has time to soak up all the rum. I don't drink anymore, so I don't really do the black cake anymore. And I don't do the excess bake. I only bake for myself. For this year, I just made a banana nut bread and a fruit and nut cake for myself, which came out perfectly. I thought they came out perfect. I finally found a recipe that I don't have to do a lot of beating of the sugar and the butter together. That took hours for me. So I finally found a recipe that I could just mix everything together, throw it in a pan, bam, the oven, out, that's it. So I did that this year, and it was good. It came out well. It came out just like I wanted. Anyway, I used to shop for weeks ahead of Christmas. I would buy some things this month. I would start say like September, and I would shop every week. I'd buy something else for Christmas. And basically I would start out with like the butter and buying up sugars, white sugars, and other ingredients, the flours and the icing sugar and all of that. And I would have them packed away and waiting. The last thing I used to buy is my eggs for Christmas breakfast. Not for my cakes. My cakes were always eggless. I use milk. I substitute with milk. Substitute the milk, the egg, with 1 egg. I would use 2 ounces of milk to substitute for that. So, but the cakes tend to spoil quickly. They didn't last long. They usually spoil in a matter of a few days. Excuse me, my phone is going off. Yeah. Let me turn it off. Okay. So yeah, they would spoil quickly. So I would refrigerate them and have them, well, they took a while. New Year, all in the New Year, I still had cake. So I didn't have to bake for the New Year. I had cake from Christmas. And we did a lot of, I would start my cleaning from like late November also, because we do a complete makeover here in the Caribbean. We paint the outside of the house, we paint the inside of the house. Some of us tile what was not tiled before. We take down, for one of the very first things we do is we strip the house. Everything that is on the wall, we box them up. All the curtains, we take them down. We leave the windows like that. Everything on the floor, we take them off, and I usually throw like old, like pieces of old sheets and all of that. So like where we use mats at the front door and the back door and all of that, we put a piece of old sheet, and that's what we use, and then throw it away when we finish with the Christmas. Yeah. So we usually buy back whatever dishes that were broken during the year. We buy them back in the Christmas season, refit the whole house. And then in December now, oh my, in December is where all the shindig happens. We have to buy the ham. We have to figure out what we're going to do for Christmas lunch. What ingredients we need for those. And then we plan our menu, and we start buying our stuff for Christmas lunch. And in the meantime, the ham has to be bought very early so that we know that there's a ham. I used to buy, when I used to eat those, that I would buy like 2 hams, one for Christmas and one for closer to the New Year. And we would have that. I would soak it overnight for a whole day, overnight into the next day, and then by the next evening I will take it out of the sack. I'll take off the sack, because there is a what do you call it, like a netting they have over the ham. When you take it out of the sack, there is a netting that is on the meat itself. You have to cut that off. So after you cut that off, now you get, what I used to do is I would get like a whole lime, and I bust the lime, I cut the lime in 2, and I scrub that ham, scrub it all over, scrub off all the brine and the old like moldy looking stuff, and clean it up good. Clean up the ham and lime it up good. And then I'll take cloves, garlic clove, not garlic clove, sorry, clove itself. Oh, I think it's, yeah. And stick it in the ham all over. All over we will stick it. And then that is placed in a pot to cook a couple hours. And when that finished, we usually cook it on like coals, what they call a coal pot. It's a coal iron pot, not the pot that you put the meat in itself. This is like what you have, what you call grill, but we call it a coal pot. It's big enough. It's shaped like a big frying pan, big enough in the top, and then you have to put your coals into that coal pot, or what you call bricks, the bricks that you use to do barbecue and so. Well, we have coals, and you put that in it, and you light that, and then you put on the pot, and put it outside, and that takes a couple hours to cook. Every now and again you have to check it and make sure water is right and everything, and nothing is sticking and all of that. When that's finished, now everybody want a taste of that ham. Whoever's up in the house want ham immediately. Everybody walking around with a piece of ham and bread in the hand. And the house would be bare for weeks before Christmas. So by the time Christmas comes around now, you're ready to get the house back on track. Cleaning, wash down all the windows, the window panes, scrub the whole entire yard, paint over the porch, whatever, outside of the house, as I said before, whatever walls need painting. And in the house, we usually, if we don't paint, we would wipe the whole wall down, scrub the whole wall, wipe and scrub, wipe and scrub, wipe and scrub. And even the floors in the house, we scrub those, and we get them all clean and ready to go again. By the time we finish, you swear it's a brand new house. And for Christmas, well, after all the baking and all of that now, and they're getting ready to put away the house now for Christmas. I don't do all of that anymore, but I love the idea of the hustle for Christmas. All the preparation and the, all the hard work. By the time Christmas morning, you are exhausted, right? So you, by Christmas Eve now, Christmas Eve, or you have all your curtains and everything. I usually choose which curtains I'm going to put where, and I will put a piece of paper in each curtain so that I won't forget what I want to put where. It's easier for me, especially if the girls are helping me. They just unfold the curtain and they see where it has to go, and they don't have to be, Mommy, where is this going? And Mommy, where is this going? They can just put it up themselves. Yeah. And we would start early Christmas Eve day with the scrubbing the floor, getting the floor ready. We would, in the Christmas Eve night is a night that you throw all the chlorine, or the night before Christmas Eve, you throw the chlorine all over the yard and pray for rain. Pray that heavy rain comes down. Or the next day, you have to be outside with the hose and a scrubber and a big long scrubbing broom, and you're scrubbing away all that moss from all over the yard. And then after getting the floor ready, then when the baking and so, all the baking, the cakes are in the oven, house is smelling fantastic. Everybody getting ready to sample cake and sample ham. The ham is outside cooking, the cake is in the oven, and everybody just waiting. Children are playing, and Mommy is just putting away. All the ornaments go back on the wall. They get a good cleaning, and they go back up on the walls. And one by one, the curtain goes up in each room, leaving the front door for the last thing, because the front door is a special part of the putting out there. When you put out your front door curtains, then the neighbors will see what your curtains look like. In the meantime, there is a big, humongous sheet. The biggest sheet in the house is hanging at the front door, whatever kind of door it is. We have a sliding door for the longest while, years now. It's a sliding door, so it's pure glass. So I have up a big sheet so no one can see in to see what I'm doing inside the house. So the last and final thing that goes up is the front door curtain. And when that goes up, and you go outside and you look in then to see how it looks. That's the best part of it. After you look inside and you see the way the curtain looks from the outside, it looks fantastic. The house looks put together. Everything is perfect. And after that, now the cakes come out of the oven. Everybody wants to sample the cake. Everybody wants a piece of the ham, because by that time the ham is finished also. By morning, quarter of the ham is gone. But everybody already had sandwiches, and oh, who didn't have enough sandwiches? They thought piece of the ham was stolen, of course. And that was Christmas Eve. So in the morning now, I used to get up. I would get up I still get up very early on Christmas morning. and I cook whatever I have to for myself. Excuse me. I get up at mostly I get up at 5. I used to get up at like 4:30, and it's an extensive menu. I had a tendency of doing. There's a thing I used to do because most of the years that my family was together, we were vegetarian. So I would do no meat. So I would make what they call gluten. That's made from flour. I would make veggie fish that's made from split peas, right? And I would stew. I would fry and then stew the gluten. I would fry the veggie fish. I would make macaroni pie. I would make rice and green peas, or gongo peas in Jamaica, as the Jamaicans call it. Pigeon peas, green pigeon peas. And I would make my version of a lasagna, which was potato, but it could be compared to the shepherd's pie also, but without any meat at all. Potato and the lasagna sheets, white sauce, the English potato, mashed English potato, mashed and seasoned English potato, and stewed lanty peas, a layer of the lasagna, then a layer of English potato, a layer of peas, another layer of white sauce, and then another layer of lasagna sheets. And then you repeat that and get to the top, and then you put the white sauce and then the cheese on top. I would make that also. I would make callaloo. I would stew the callaloo right down. I would, or dasheen leaves. We use dasheen leaves, call it, and that's called callaloo. And we cook that down with coconut milk and garlic and onion and all sorts of lovely seasonings. And I would also make sweet potato pie, but it was not a dessert. It wasn't a dessert. It was sweet potatoes, local sweet potatoes. White. These are white. They're not the sweet potatoes in America where they have this orange color. No, these are white. The outside is red and the inside is more white. And you cook that and you mash that, and you mix that with milk or whatever cream you use. Or if you can't use milk, you would substitute almond milk. You use that, and I would season it with adobo and whatever other seasonings I want. And I personally would put what you call it, maple syrup in it to sweeten the potato a little bit more than they are sweet, because you have to have a lovely sweetness in the sweet potato pie, with the saltiness of the cheese on top. I love that about it. The saltiness of the cheese on top and the sweetness of the potato inside. It made a lovely Christmas dish. So I made that as well. I would also, let me see what else I made. I made the pie, the lasagna. Oh my God, I made so much things. I used to make, I would also, once I can get the shells, the giant shells, macaroni shells, I would stuff them with English potato, mashed English potato, and I would put spaghetti sauce on that and cheese that. Or I'll take the lasagna sheets and roll the potato in that and stand it in the pan, and on top of that I'll put the spaghetti sauce on that and then cheese that. Oh, these things tasted fantastic. My kids loved them. Christmas used to be, oh, I had food for days after Christmas. I had food for days. I would have a cooked salad, a cooked greens, and I would also have a fresh salad. Fresh salad coleslaw, more carrots and cabbage grated, and then if I have like I would have cucumbers and tomatoes. If the works, the works, I had beans, a bowl of cooked beans. My God, I went all out for Christmas. The children would be walking around the house like they're just about to throw themselves on the bed and sleep. When they finish eating, the food would tire them out so much. So it was fantastic. Christmas was really, really nice, but tiring for me because I'd been in the kitchen from like 4:30 to like by 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm finished. Food is ready. Everybody can eat. Sometimes I would fry the gluten and then stew it. The gluten is, you have to use flour. That's flour based. You knead the flour with water, you soak it for 2 hours, and then you wash out all the starch after that. And whatever you have left, you boil that down then, and it will come give like a meat consistency. So that I will fry and then stew that. And I will cook chunks, soya bits, whatever, but no meat. And when I was young, Christmas when I was small was a completely different thing. I enjoyed it much better when I was a child because my mom used to do everything. I didn't have a thing to do. After becoming a woman and having my own family, I realized how tiring Christmas was. And how my mom must have been so tired because she did it all by herself. All by herself. The exact same thing that I would do every year. But the best part about it when you're young is that you go to sleep Christmas Eve night and the whole house is in shambles. Nothing is put away. Nothing is fixed. And you get up Christmas morning. I personally used to get up to my dad's record player playing. The Christmas lights are on, right? The Christmas tree is all lit up. And I can smell the scent of ham from the night before that was cooked in the house. It's lingering all over the entire house. And cakes, the scent of cakes coming into my, oh my God. It was so nice. And my mom would be in the kitchen cooking already. And when I get up out of my bed and come through the door and open the living room curtain and look at the house, it was like I was walking from walking into another world. Because remember, I left it the night before, shambles, nothing was put away. And when I got up the next morning, it's like a miracle happened. The house was perfect, pristine, clean, and smelling lovely, beautiful. And my mom loved the best of everything. Most beautiful curtains, most beautiful, all of her crochet had to be starched stiff. In those days they had crochet in the on the table, and they had to starch them, and she would have them hanging outside on a plastic and until they're stiff like board, and you see this piece stick up in the air like that, or the basket stick out like that, and it's stiff. You can't even touch it, it won't move. The amount of starch in it. So she would starch everything and be ready for Christmas in time. The kind of work they had then. I don't starch anything. I don't use crochet. I really don't use crochet. So we just buy the little pieces of machine made crochet looking stuff now. So completely different now than before. Anyway, so the experience as a child is so much better than the experience as an adult. It's so tiring for the adult. The children can enjoy themselves and look forward to Christmas morning and the gifts. So in our little island, Christmas is a big to-do, a big hoopla, a huge deal. I don't know what goes on in wherever you live, but if you can, you decide to comment and let me know. Anyone can comment and let me know. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification button, tell a friend, share it, and I hope you had a wonderful Christmas, and I hope you enjoyed your Boxing Day today. I think tomorrow is also a holiday in the country, so I'm gonna relax tomorrow. Happy New Year. If I don't see you before the New Year, Happy New Year. Happy 2023. Let's hope that this year brings a lot more blessings. Remember, Jesus was born. Well, we're celebrating his birth at this time. Still celebrating it. For me, I celebrate until the New Year. The old year comes, and the New Year is just about to hit. So I'm still in the Christmas mode. I don't know about you, but I'm still in Christmas mode. I can't wait for Christmas. Is the best time for me of the year. I wait for it all year round. 24 hours a day. Christmas can be on TV 24 hours a day for me. That's all I would watch. Hallmark movies, Christmas movies. Oh my God, yes. Yes, yes, yes. So you guys have a wonderful New Year's celebration wherever you are. Take care. And I'll see you again for another Pillow Talk. Bye-bye.